If you wish to speak to any item on the agenda or during the public comment portion of the meeting, please fill out a speaker card. Each person addressing the board shall have 3 minutes to complete his or her comments on each agenda item for which he or she has filled out a card. The chair has the discretion to determine or alter the time limits on any agenda item. The Board of County Commissioners requests that speakers appearing under the public comment section of the agenda limit their comments or presentations to matters relating to county business that are within the board's control, authority, and jurisdiction.
Good evening. Welcome to the final budget hearing for the Board of County Commissioners. We have a quorum. I'll call the meeting to order. Tonight we have invocation provided by Pastor Lucas Almeida with Central Baptist Church of Melbourne. Sir, you're recognized.
Let's pray. Lord, I pray unto you, the triune God of the universe, who alone has immortality, who reigns through Christ above all rule and authority and power and dominion, and above every name that is named, not only in this age, but also in the age to come. We recognize your power and your wisdom in establishing order among men. One of the means by which you carry out your purposes on earth is through the civil magistrates. You have entrusted leaders with the solemn responsibility of upholding justice, protecting the vulnerable, and pursuing the good of the people they serve. Father, I pray for the Brevard Board of County Commissioners gathered here today. I thank you for their willingness to serve and for the sacrifices they take upon their office. I ask that you would grant them discernment as they weigh complex matters, humility as they listen to one another, and courage to do what is right and just. May their decision promote the well-being of every resident in this county. Lord, whether they acknowledge the lordship of Christ or not, your words declare that no authority exists apart from what you have granted. I pray that they would be mindful of this reality, that all power is entrusted, never owned. And all of us, from the greatest to the least, if we exercise any authority on earth, are mere stewards of the authority that is native to you and not to ourselves. Father, we are thankful that we don't just learn about authority in your word, but perfect authority is demonstrated to us in the person of your Son, Jesus Christ. In Christ, we see the perfect model of leadership, not self-seeking, but self-giving, not domineering, but serving. Through his death, he brought life. Through his sacrifice, he bore the punishment not of his own sins, but of those who would trust in him. And through his resurrection, death is defeated so that all who come to him might live. Father, I thank you for a faith that leads to human flourishing. I pray that this commission would reflect the same concern, that they would uphold the dignity of every person, guard the sanctity of life, preserve the freedom of conscience and worship, and seek the welfare of the poor, the widows, and the orphans in our midst. And Lord, I pray not only for the Brevard County, but also for our nation. In recent days, we have seen how fragile life is and how quickly division can wound us. We grieve the violence in our land and the strife that tears us apart. We pray the government would exercise their power, the power of the sword, to punish wickedness without fear. Father, it is undeniable that this nation was founded upon principles drawn from your word, but we have removed ourselves from Christian morality to a degree that our origins are often unrecognizable. Father, we know that we will not truly prosper unless we turn again to Christ. We ask that through Christ, you would heal our divisions, restore civility among our people, and grant the righteousness rather than grant his righteousness rather than pride or power, and that this would exalt our nation. Father, let Brevard County be known as a place where the rights first endowed to us by our Creator are honored, protected, and promoted. Let it be a place where justice is done, mercy is shown, and your truth is not silenced. And may every person here come to know that there is a God in heaven who loves his creation and is willing to save and redeem all those who come to him through Jesus Christ. I pray these things in the name of your Son. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Commissioner Atkinson for the pledge.
pledge allegiance to the flag
Okay, Commissioners, we will go immediately to item D1. Jim?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Commissioners, item D1 allows for the reading of the tentative aggregate operating millage to fund the portion of the fiscal year 2025-2026 budget that is supported by property taxes. At this time, I'd ask that the Budget Office read into the record the tentative aggregate millage rate for the fiscal year 2025-2026.
The aggregate tentative millage rate for the fiscal year 2025-2026 budget is 4.5129 mils. This represents a 5.43% increase from the aggregate rolled back millage rate of 4.2806 mils. The tentative aggregate millage rate represents a 1.66% increase when compared to the current fiscal year 2024-2025 aggregate millage rate of 4.4390.
Commissioners, as the tentative millages have been adopted at rates required to fund the board priorities, including public safety, specifically for the fire rescue wage package, as well as higher funding requirements for constitutional officer budgets, along with an increase in the mandatory Medicaid contribution to the state and other operational requirements. Additionally, this includes an increase in voter-approved millages for the fire control MSTU and parks and recreation millages. In agenda item D2, the board will hear comments from the public and then discuss the millages and associated revenue in agenda item D3.
Okay, Commissioners, there's no vote on this one. We'll go to D2. And would you?
Sorry, I got the script, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Item D2 allows for public comment to comment on the county budget for fiscal year 2025-2026. Before we begin public comment, I would ask the Budget Office read into the record the fiscal year 2025-2026 budget.
The fiscal year 2025-2026 budget is $2,510,399,801. This budget represents an increase of $189,967,259, or 8.19% more than the fiscal year 2024-2025 current budget of $2,320,432,542.
Commissioners, we are now ready to accept public comment on the budget for fiscal year 25-26.
Okay, I have a card for Mark Wilhelm.
Good evening. My name is Mark Wilhelm. I've been a Brevard County resident for 55 years. I live in the Cocoa area, but I'm a resident of the county. I would like to comment on the 4% wage increase for the higher paid county employees. As a retired automotive technician after 45 years of service, I would seldom get a pay raise, sometimes as long as 5 years or more, and would have to state my case for a raise even though I was very qualified at what I did as a master technician. It has always bothered me that government employees get annual raises regardless of whether they earn them, and we all know that is not always the case, but they get them anyway. The employees at the lower part of the pay scale may deserve and probably need a 4% raise. Someone making $50,000 a year would get a $2,000 raise, while somebody at the top of the pay scale would get nearly $14,000, even though their salary is 669% higher than the median income in Brevard County, according to govsalaries.com. Again, according to govsalaries.com, there are 22 county employees that make over $150,000 a year. Business as usual and spending taxpayers' money needs to be reined in. With government, those that make the financial decisions are used to the big numbers, so a piddly $14,000 pay raise is just a drop in the bucket, but those drops fill up the bucket quickly, like a leaky faucet runs up your water bill. I believe that most of the commissioners, just like most politicians, are more concerned about getting reelected or moving up and not what their constituents need or want. Voters, like me, are waking up to what is going on and starting to speak up. What we need are more commissioners like mine from District 1, Katie Delaney. Commissioner Delaney is willing to put in the time and effort to support those that voted her into position, as well as all other county residents. Commissioner Delaney knows where the money is going and why, sometimes much to her chagrin. How about following her example and join her in the fight for financial responsibility? Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Commissioners, that was the only card that we have. Jim?
Commissioner, since the board must adopt the millages and related budgets separately, comments and motions concerning individual tax levies can also be made at the time each millage is adopted. Do you want? I'll keep going if you.
Is there a discussion at this time?
Is this where we would be talking about possible amendments to the budget? Or is this just millages?
So at this time, the board would need to vote on the individual millages. You can have discussion on each of those individual millages. The millages must be adopted before you adopt the budget.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we're going to go to D3 then.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Item D3 allows for public comment, discussion, and adoption of the final millages for fiscal year 2025-2026. If there are any public comments on D3, now would be appropriate time to hear those comments.
I don't think I have a card on D3. I think the gentleman was up here wanted to talk possibly on number 4 also. No, sir? Okay. Okay. I don't have cards on that.
I got a couple more paragraphs for you, Commissioners. Okay. The table included in this agenda report reflects the millage rates tentatively adopted by the board at the first public budget hearing. In accordance with Florida statutes, the Florida Department of Revenue has prescribed forms and instructions to calculate the maximum levies for counties and independent special districts. Attachment A in the agenda provides the DOR prescribed requirements for simple majority, supermajority, and unanimous votes. The final adoption of the millage rates must follow statutory approval thresholds as provided by DOR. The millage rates adopted by the board will determine the amount of revenue to be allocated by the board within those respective taxing districts. So at this point, the Budget Office personnel will now read into the record the millage and related ad valorem revenue for each taxing authority. Following the reading of each tax levy, it is recommended the chair entertain a motion for the approval of that millage. If there are any changes to the millage rates under this item that will affect the aggregate millage rate, the staff will recompute and then announce that under D4.
Okay.
All right, the first millage is the Brevard County BCC operating millage, and the Brevard County BCC operating fiscal year 2025-2026 millage is 2.8643, which is a 3.39% change from the rolled back millage of 2.7703, generating $208,618,399.
Okay, and we're going to do a motion on every single item. Okay. Is there a motion on the operating millage?
So moved.
Have a motion by Commissioner Goodson, second by Commissioner Altman. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
No.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Adkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes. We'll show that passes 4-1.
All right, the Brevard County Free Public Library District fiscal year 2025-2026 millage is 0.3242, which is a 2.24% change from the rolled back millage of 0.3171, generating $23,725,382.
Is there a motion for the library district?
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Atkinson, have a second by Commissioner Altman. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
No.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Adkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes. We'll show that passes 4-1.
The Brevard County Mosquito Control District fiscal year 2025-2026 millage is 0.1340, which is a 2.21% change from the rollback millage of 0.1311, generating $9,806,296.
Okay, is there a
Move to
motion?
approve.
Motion for mosquito control, motion by Commissioner Atkinson, second by Commissioner Altman. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
No.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Adkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes, we'll show that passes 4-1.
All right, the Recreation District 1 fiscal year 2025-2026 millage is 0.4173, which is a 2.81% change from the rolled back millage of 0.4059, generating $3,747,916.
Okay, is there a motion for the Recreation District?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Goodson, I have a second by Commissioner Atkinson. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
No.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Atkinson.
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes, we'll show that passes 4-1.
The Recreation Special District Operations and Maintenance, District 4, fiscal year 2025-2026 millage is 0.4948, which is a 0.98% change from the rolled back millage of 0.4900, generating $3,685,794.
Okay, is there a motion for the Recreation Special District Operations and Maintenance? I'll make the motion, it's fine.
Second.
Okay. Motion by the chair, second by Commissioner Atkinson. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
No.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Atkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes, we'll show that passes 4-1.
All right, the Titusville Cocoa Airport Authority fiscal year 2025-2026 millage is 0, which is no change from the rollback millage of 0, generating $0.
Do we need a motion on that? Yeah, okay. Is there?
Moved.
Got a motion by Commissioner
Second.
Atkinson. I have a second by Commissioner Delaney. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
Yes.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Atkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman.
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes, we'll show that passes 5-0.
The Law Enforcement fiscal year 2025-2026 millage is 0.8531, which is a 1.96% change from the rolled back millage of 0.8367, generating $27,155,020.
Is there a motion for the law enforcement? I have a motion by Commissioner Goodson. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Altman. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
Yes.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Atkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes, we'll show that passes 5-0.
All right, the Road and Bridge Maintenance D1 MSTU fiscal year 2025-2026 millage is 0.4863, which is a 2.83% change from the rolled back millage of 0.4729, generating $2,791,249.
So moved?
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Delaney. I have a second by Commissioner Altman. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
Yes.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Atkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes, we'll show that passes 5-0.
The Road and Bridge Maintenance District 2 MSTU fiscal year 2025-2026 millage is 0.1648, which is a negative 0.54% change from the rolled back millage of 0.1657, generating $1,286,638.
Okay, is there a motion for the D2 Road and Bridge Maintenance?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
I have a motion by Commissioner Altman.
Second.
I have a second by Commissioner Atkinson. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
Yes.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Atkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes, and we'll show that passes 5-0.
All right, the Road and Bridge Maintenance D3 MSTU's fiscal year 2025-2026 millage is 0.1855, which is a 2.66% change from the rollback millage of 0.1807, generating $623,688.
Okay, is there a motion for the D3 road and bridge maintenance?
So moved.
I have a motion by Commissioner Atkinson, I have a second by Commissioner Altman. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
Yes.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Atkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes, we'll show that passes 5-0.
The Road and Bridge Maintenance District 4 MSTU fiscal year 2025-2026 millage is 0.2176, which is a 2.5% change from the rollback millage of 0.2123, generating $2,145,624.
Okay, I'll make a motion for this one. Commissioners, is there a second?
Second.
Motion by the chair, second by Commissioner Atkinson. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
Yes.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Atkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes, and we'll show that passes 5-0.
The Road and Bridge Maintenance D5 MSTU fiscal year 2025-2026 millage is 0.2887, which is a 2.70% change from the rollback millage of 0.2811, generating $726,700.
Okay.
So moved.
I have a motion by Commissioner Altman. Is there a
Second.
I have a second by Commissioner Atkinson. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
Yes.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Atkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes, and we'll show that passes 5-0.
The Road and Bridge District 4 North Beaches MSTU fiscal year 2025-2026 millage is 0.1842, which is a 2.79% change from the rollback millage of 0.1792, generating $186,848.
Is there a motion for the North Beaches MSTU?
So moved.
I have a motion by Commissioner Atkinson, second by Commissioner Altman. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
Yes.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Atkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes, we'll show that passes 5-0.
The Road and Bridge Maintenance D4 Merritt Island South MSTU fiscal year 2025-2026 millage is 0.0964, which is a 2.88% change from the rollback millage of 0.0937, generating $27,253.
I'll make a motion for this one, Commissioners. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Motion by the chair. Have a second by Commissioner Atkinson. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
Yes.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Atkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes. We'll show that passes 5-0.
The Environmentally Endangered Lands 2024 fiscal year 2025-2026 millage is 0.0458, which is a 2.23% change from the rollback millage of 0.0448, generating $3,351,704.
Is there a motion for the eels?
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Altman, a second by Commissioner Delaney. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
Yes.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Atkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes, we'll show that passes 5-0.
Okay, and these are for the debt service millages. The first one is the North Brevard Recreation Special District voted debt. Fiscal year 2025-2026 millage is 0.0808, generating $476,917.
Okay, is there a motion for North Brevard Special District voted debt?
So moved.
Have a motion by Commissioner Goodson.
Second.
I have a second by Commissioner Altman. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
No.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Atkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes, we'll show that passes 4-1.
The Merritt Island Recreation voted debt fiscal year 2025-2026 millage is 0, generating $0.
Is there a motion for the Merritt Island
So moved.
voted debt? I have a
Second.
motion by Commissioner Goodson. I have a second by Commissioner Altman. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
Yes.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Atkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes. I'm sure that passes 5-0.
The South Brevard Recreation Special District voted debt fiscal year 2025-2026 millage is $0, generating $0.
Is there
So
a
moved.
motion? Have a motion by Commissioner Atkinson.
Second.
I have a second by Commissioner Altman. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
Yes.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Atkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes. I'm sure that passes 5-0.
Okay, these are for voter-approved millages as tentatively adopted. The following two millages require a majority approval to adopt the rates tentatively set at the first public hearing. And we'll get into the first one. The Environmentally Endangered Lands Voted Debt 2024 fiscal year 2025-2026 millage is 0.0275, generating $2,014,042.
Is there a motion for the EELS voted debt?
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Commissioner Altman. I have a second by Commissioner Delaney. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
Yes.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Atkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes. Show that passes 5-0.
The Fire Control MSTU fiscal year 2025-2026 millage is 0.6431, which is a 35.39% change from the rollback millage of 0.4750, generating $22,364,632.
So moved?
Have a motion by,
Second.
have a motion by Commissioner Delaney. Have a second by Commissioner Altman. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
Yes.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Atkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes. We'll show that passes 5-0.
The following millage requires a supermajority to adopt the rate tentatively set at the first public hearing. This is the South Brevard Special Recreation District, in the fiscal year 2025-2026 millage is 0.3000, which is a 44.09% change from the rollback millage of 0.2082, generating $13,075,035.
Is there a motion for the South Brevard Special Recreation District?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Atkinson. I have a second by Commissioner Altman. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
No.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Atkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes. We'll show that passes 4-1.
All right, the following three millages require unanimous votes to adopt the rates tentatively set at the first public hearing. The first one is going to be for the Merritt Island Recreation MSTU. The fiscal year 2025-2026 millage is 0.4000, which is a 74.06% change from the rollback millage of 0.2298, generating $2,409,689.
Okay. Is there a motion?
moved.
Have a motion by
Second.
Commissioner Goodson. Have a second by Commissioner Altman. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
No.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Atkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes, and that's 4-1, Commissioners. We need a unanimous vote. So is there, I understand that fails. Is there an alternative millage?
And Commissioners, for a supermajority approval, the highest millage you could go for the Merritt Island Recreation MSTU is 0.3508. That would generate, sorry, hold on one second.
Generate $2,113,298.
Commissioner Goodson, you have thoughts on that issue?
Yes, I
Sir?
would motion for approval on that, reduced.
Second it.
Okay. On the millage that he just read off,
Yep.
I have a motion by Commissioner Goodson. I have a second by Commissioner Altman. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
No.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Atkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes, and we'll show that passes 4-1.
All right, the next one is the North Brevard Recreation Special District, in the fiscal year 2025-2026 millage is 0.3138, which is a 99.62% change from the rolled back millage of 0.1572, generating $1,852,185.
To save us some time, I just wanted to mention, I'm not going to be supporting these, so if whoever makes the motion wants to use a different number, I just figured I'd mention that.
Do you have alternative numbers then, Commissioner?
Well, I have the sheet in our agenda that says what they could be, but I don't really want to pick a number
Okay.
on page 12.
I mean, I think we have to have a number.
Can I make a motion? Correct me if I'm doing this incorrectly. For the Port St. John Canaveral Groves Recreation District of 0.3138. That's my motion?
Well, okay. Say that one more time.
I think for that one, the
Yeah.
supermajority max, I think, for the Port St. John is the 0.3572 rather than the 0.3138.
Am I looking at the wrong one?
Keys is
Can you tell
correct.
me which one that was again?
3.3572. I apologize, I misread
That's
the
okay.
line too.
It's not 3.3572.
0.3572.
0.3572.
Let's just read that one again from scratch with that, okay?
Okay.
Just,
So we'll just, for the Port St. John Canaveral Groves Recreation fiscal year 2025-2026 millage is 0.3572, which is a 40.74% change from the rolled back millage of 0.2538, generating $856,710.
So moved.
Second.
have a motion by Commissioner Atkinson, have a second by Commissioner Altman. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
No.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Adkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes, we'll show that passes 4-1. Now, was there one in there?
Yeah, there's
In
one more.
between? Okay.
And I'm going to read the super majority
Right.
one. For the
Understood.
North Brevard Recreation Special District, the fiscal year 2025-2026 millage is 0.3138, which is a 99.62% change from the rollback millage of 0.1572, generating $1,852,185.
And that is we need 5 votes for that number?
That's 4.
Oh, that's the 4, okay. Okay. Is there a motion on that millage?
I move.
Have a motion by Commissioner Altman. Is there a second?
Second.
A second by Commissioner Atkinson. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
No.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Adkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes. We'll show that passes 4-1.
Okay. So, let me get, sure. Commissioners, the Budget Office will announce the recomputed aggregate millage and the change represented by the recomputed millage from the aggregate rollback millage rates, rollback millage. We'd ask for a short break to make sure that we have our math correct before
Okay.
we read that out.
What do we need to do that? Guys need 10 minutes?
Yeah, if possible, 5. We should be pretty quick. Shouldn't be 10 minutes.
Okay,
Should be 5 minutes.
We'll take 5 minutes? All right,
Yep.
let's take a 5-minute break. Thanks. Okay, Commissioners, I think Budget Office has got revised number for us. Go ahead, Keith.
So for the revisions that happened earlier, the aggregate millage rate for the fiscal year 2025-2026 budget is 4.5053 mills. This represents a 5.25% change from the aggregate rolled back rate of 4.2806.
Okay, do we need to vote?
I was wondering if I could just talk about salaries. I talked about it a bit at the last meeting and the last budget hearing. And I'm having trouble with the rate of our salaries growing and growing and growing. And when will be where's the ceiling? Or are we just going to perpetually grow our high-end salaries at 4% every year from now until whenever? For the employees that are making $120,000 and above, we've got about 46, and they're at 4%. We're talking a $4,800 to a just under $14,000 raise. It's just difficult for me to be okay with this, and I didn't mean to leave this to the last second, but I just kept being told, oh, now's not the time to talk about it, now's not the time to talk about it, and here we are now passing a budget. And I didn't know if there was some room here to, from 200, what I would like to see personally is from 120,000 to 250, a 2% raise, and then 250 and above, a pay freeze. And that being said, I don't think that it's wrong to ask somebody making $250,000 or above to not expect a yearly raise, especially when they work for the government. We have a lot of people in this county that don't even make half that. And, the money has to come from somewhere. We're raising taxes, quite a bit. And, obviously we have other needs in the community to where this money could be spent, or our taxpayers wouldn't have to have such a increase in their taxes. So I'd like to make a motion to amend the salaries for $120,000 to $250,000 to get a 2% raise, and then $250,000 and above to get a 0% raise.
Hold on. Did you want to say something?
I have a question.
Oh, okay, hold on, sir. Commissioner Atkinson for a question.
Commissioner Delaney, I'm wondering how did you decide that 120, how did you decide that 120 was the number you were going to start at and not 100 or 95 or?
120 encompassed most of our director level and above.
So the people with the most responsibility?
Well, right, but it's not that they're not getting any kind of raise. They're still getting a pretty sizable raise. $2,400 for a raise is a pretty good bump. I mean, I know people who work out at the Space Center building rockets who get less of a raise than that per year.
Commissioner Goodson, sir, for a question.
Yeah, you spoke about raising taxes, and if I'm not mistaken, you have originally wanted 73% increase in the fire assessment fee.
No, sir.
I'm sorry, you didn't?
What I said was that I wanted the public input. I wanted to put out there to the county as high as we could so that we could get the public input to see where that percentage would fall.
Well, forgive
in
me.
the community.
Then you proposed a gasoline tax, correct? So it sounds like You're the only one wanting to raise taxes. The rest of us are sitting here saying, make it a referendum, yada this, yada that, 37%.
The gas tax would be separate. It would be,
Yeah, I know it's totally separate, man.
Let's go.
that's
But-
a
Hold
user
on.
fee. It's not a tax. It's, it's.
You tell
it's
that somebody
different-
on fixed income.
Well, sir, in your business, did you give people a 4% raise, every employee in your company? Every year?
I don't know. I can't recall. I don't do raises.
Okay. Any other question or comment on that item? Okay, I don't hear a second on that. What, was there something still that we need to do on this item? I want
Yeah.
to make sure that I'm not
Yeah.
missing something here, okay?
Commissioners, the Budget Office will read into the record the resolution establishing the county's final millages for fiscal year 2025-2026. Following the reading of the resolution, it is recommended that the chairman entertain a motion for the approval of the resolution.
A resolution to adopt final millages pursuant to Chapter 200 Florida statutes, authorizing the Board of County Commissioners to adopt final millages for fiscal year 2025-2026 and providing an effective date. The Board of County Commissioners, Brevard County, Florida, as taxing authority for taxing entities identified in Exhibit A, which is attached hereto and made a part hereof by this reference, does hereby levy the millages specified in Exhibit A, and does hereby state the percent by which the aggregate millage to be levied is a change from the rolled back aggregate millage.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
I have a motion by Commissioner Altman. Is there a second?
Second.
I think I have a second by Commissioner Goodson. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
No.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Adkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes. We'll show that passes 4-1. Okay. Now we're going to D4, right?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, for agenda item D4, the Budget Office will read into the record the resolution adopting the county's total budget for FY 2025-2026. Following the reading of the resolution, it is recommended that the chairman entertain a motion for approval of the resolution.
A resolution to adopt a final budget pursuant to Chapter 200 Florida statutes, authorizing the Board of County Commissioners to adopt the final operating and capital budget for fiscal year 2025-2026 and providing for an effective date. The Board of County Commissioners, Brevard County, Florida, as taxing and governing authority, does hereby adopt an operating and capital budget for the fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2025, and ending September 30th, 2026, in the amount of $2,509,876,505.
And that's with the change that we did. Okay. Okay. Is there a motion on the resolution?
Motion to approve the resolution.
I have a motion by Commissioner Atkinson. I have a second by Commissioner Altman. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
No.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Adkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes, we'll show that passes 4-1. I'm going to D5.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, item D5 requests that the board adopt the attached resolutions establishing final millages for fiscal year 2025-2026 for those dependent special taxing districts for which the county levies a millage and authorizes the chair to sign the resolutions. Florida Statute 200.065 allows the board to adopt tax levies for all dependent special taxing districts by a single vote unless separate votes are requested by a member of the public or a commissioner.
Okay. And now we can vote on this as one item?
That
Is
is
that
correct,
right?
Mr. Chairman.
Okay. All right. Is there a motion for the dependent special taxing districts?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Goodson. I have a second by Commissioner Altman. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
No.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Adkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Feltner.
Yes. We'll show that one for one. And we'll go to D6.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, item D6, request that the board adopt the attached resolutions adopting the final budgets for fiscal year 2025-2026 for the county's dependent special districts and authorize the chairman to sign the resolutions. Florida Statute 200.065 allows the board to adopt the budget for all dependent special taxing districts by a single vote unless separate votes are requested by a member of the public or a commissioner.
Okay, we can vote on this as one item, right? Yes?
That is
Okay.
correct, Mr.
All right.
Chairman.
Commissioners, is there a motion on the item?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. I have a motion by Commissioner Altman.
Second.
I have a second by Commissioner Atkinson. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
Yes.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Adkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Felton.
Yes, and we'll show that passes 5-0. We'll go to D7.
Chairman, Commissioners, item D7. Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, item D7 requests that the chair entertain a motion to authorize the county manager or designee to execute all letters and exhibits necessary to establish that Brevard County has complied with Florida sections 200065 and 218.63 Florida statutes, the Truth in Millage Law.
Okay, Commissioners, is there a motion for the trim compliance forms?
So moved.
I have a motion by Commissioner Atkinson, I have a second by Commissioner Altman. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
Yes.
Vice Chair Goodson.
Yes.
Commissioner Adkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Felton.
Yes, we'll show that one passes 5-0. We'll go on to new business, right? E1.
Okay, Mr. Chair, if I can jump in, this is just so we can beat Joe coming up here. They were asking approval to authorize the chairman to sign the state of Florida annual certified budget for the Arthropod control. You've seen it a couple of times. Now that you have adopted the budget, we have to resubmit the forms.
I see Joe in the box, sir.
Yep. Good evening. Mosquito Control's final budget was just approved in item D6. So we request here in this item that the board authorize the chairman to approve and sign the same budget, but on the state form, so that we can submit it to the Florida Department of Agriculture. This is required by Florida statute to maintain our status as a certified mosquito control district.
Okay, any questions for Joe? No? I don't have any cards on this. Commissioners, any discussion on this item? No? Is there a motion?
So moved, Mr.
Okay,
Chairman.
have it chair by Commissioner, have a motion by Commissioner Altman. Is there a second?
Second.
I have a second by Commissioner Atkinson. Clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Delaney,
Yes.
Vice Chair Goodson,
Yes.
Commissioner Adkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Altman,
Yes.
Chairman Felton.
Yes. We'll show that one passes 5-0. Okay, Commissioners, we'll go to board reports. Mr. County Manager.
Boy, I want to, but no board report.
Okay. Mr. County Attorney.
No report, Mr. Chair.
Okay, Commissioner Delaney.
I just wanted to have a short discussion about the way that we did the budget this year, and I'm hoping that next year when we do this, I kind of felt like it was very that there wasn't a lot of collaboration between the board, and honestly, I don't know what your guys' priorities are for your districts, and if we have a budget workshop next year, which I'm hoping we do, I'm hoping we can kind of make more of the discussion be amongst us and what our visions are for our districts, what our vision is for the community as a whole. because I felt like this year it was just very much, here's what it is, and just we go forward from there. And, you know, I just kind of feel like us as a board, our people elected us to deliberate with each other and whatnot, and I would just really love to see a little bit more of that and to work with y'all.
Yield me a minute?
I'm sorry?
You'll yield me a minute?
Sure.
I thought the budget workshops were very good. I thought the staff did an amazing job. I've said that many
Yeah, they
times,
did.
so I'll say that again. Joe already left the box, but very informative. I think we all felt that. We learned a lot about mosquito control when he was there. I think we had 4 separate budget workshops, it's my recollection, and certainly we could have given staff some direction as at the end of the workshop. So I think probably a lesson learned from that is to leave us a little more time at the end of each of those workshops. And also, I think we came to understand that this is no fault of anyone, just it's a lot of information. You know, there were quite lengthy presentations. I mean, I think Public Works is a whole day by itself. Sorry, Commander, but I think you need a whole day by yourself. I think Parks probably could use half a day. I think Natural Resources could probably have the other half of the day. So I think probably 2 budget workshops just for those 3 departments.
For
You
sure.
see that the same way?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So given all of that, I think if we take all that into consideration when planning for the next year and leave ourselves some time at the end for discussion, I would go there with you. So I think that's a good point.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
All right. Do you have anything else in board report? No? Okay. Commissioner Goodson?
No.
Sir, in board report?
No, sir.
No. Commissioner Atkinson?
No report?
No. Okay. Commissioner Altman?
Just a little comment in relation to our deliberation on the budget. This is my 9th budget. I think we spent probably more time on the budget document than any of the other 8. How many days of budget workshops did we have?
We had 4.
Was it 4 days? Seems like more than 4. 4 pretty much big part of the day. And I think what I pulled up from that, and so we're kind of, since where I'm coming from, I was extremely impressed with the staff's work and their level of knowledge and their handle on the needs of Brevard County programs and funding and priorities. And, you know, we're only as good as our staff, and our staff has done a great job. So my thought was the staff has done a good job in prepping us with a really good budget, and my desire was to support them and encourage them to continue to. That's why we hire them. They live, eat, sleep, drink their job. That's all they do, full-time, very specialized in their area. And so I felt very, very good about the workshops and the information that we have had in the direction we've gone. So it's been a phenomenal budget process, probably one of the smoother ones that I've been a part of, believe it or not. And also I think the fire issue took a lot of air out of the room, took a lot of our energy. We probably would have had more dialogue on some of the other issues, but that was such a mammoth task that we had to overcome. I know it took a lot of my personal energy, and we achieved it. And so incredibly successful budget year, and I'm happy with what we've done and very proud of this board taking some very statesmanlike positions in what I think is in the best interest of the people of our Brevard and our economic well-being as well as our quality of life. So kudos to this board and this staff and a successful budget year. This is not an easy process, and very honored to be a part of it.
Appreciate that, Commissioner. I'll just say as we wrap this up, I appreciate all the staff. We've had lots of meetings, a lot of information. We couldn't get through this without you, so I appreciate every one of you very much. I appreciate you letting me showing up in your office too. Everybody's very gracious about that, and taking phone calls and all the rest of it.
Chair, if I could.
Sure.
I forgot one thing. I have had a lot of people reach out to me about possibly the county writing a letter to the FAA about the Starship and the impacts that it'll have on North Brevard. And if the board isn't willing to do that, then I said that I would do it on my own, but I figured I would see if the county would like to partner on that.
Now, how timely is this? Because our next regular meeting, is it the 15th or the 14th? Can't remember off the top of my head.
October 14th, they just extended the deadline for comments too, right? Do you know off the top of your head, John? Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to look in email. I just saw an email earlier today.
So what's the timeliness on that, or who's it to? Do you?
The FAA.
Oh, okay. You said the FAA. I'm sorry. Is that to get ahead of some rulemaking or regulation that's coming,
They're
or
approving
something that?
the amount of launches for SpaceX for the Starship.
Okay. Is that something that, is that timely that we have it on for the next board
If it's the
meeting?
second, can we do that at a zoning meeting?
I don't see why we couldn't. I'm
The board has to vote by supermajority to place it on that meeting because it's a non-zoning item.
And the deadline, they extended the deadline for comments to September 29th.
September 20th?
Yeah, 29th.
29th.
John
29th?
Scott saved me, yes.
Okay.
Commissioner, I don't know how we get that before the board, right?
Well, I have a question, Mr. Chairman.
Sorry, you're the space expert. Actually, maybe you can help us out here.
Yeah, the more rockets launched and the bigger, the better. I fully support what SpaceX is trying to do, and I hope I attend the public hearing. It was interesting. It was a lot different than our public hearings, though, wasn't it? You weren't even allowed to talk. It was interesting. I think they had individuals that you could talk to privately. It was interesting. Nevertheless, I have a strong feeling that we were created as a community to launch large rockets. Von Braun had the vision of 3 VABs and bigger rockets than the Saturn V. And what makes us unique is the ability to launch large rockets. A lot of people are launching rockets. They launch them in Virginia, then Texas, and New Mexico, and Kwajalein, and all over. But what they have a hard time doing is launching big rockets because we're so uniquely located for that with their infrastructure, with our geographic location. So if we're going to survive as a space coast, I think we need to support this effort to launch large rockets. And I know I spoke with the SpaceX rep at one of the hearings, and they were very optimistic that as the Starship launches and becomes more and more reliable, that these clear zones will shrink. They'll get smaller. Hopefully there won't be the closures, the beach closures that we had. And gosh, I remember last time I was on the commission a long time ago. Chairman, you may not have been born. I don't know.
That's not true, sir. I appreciate it.
Anyway,
I have grandchildren.
We lobbied Congress to build a new road because the shuttle was going to close Linda Beach, and we were able to get a new road built. That road's going to help limit the closures, and I noticed the closures were only going to be for a few hours. And so anyway, it's good for us to have discussion. I know we may have different opinions. We all could write individual letters, but that's kind of how I feel about it.
And that's okay with me. I don't mind, writing up on behalf of my district.
Mm-hmm.
And, for me, it's, while of course I support, the space industry, I just really feel like there should be some balance between, the quality of life and supporting, this industry that's so important to our community. So the letter that I was, thinking about was more so, can we come to the table? Can we find a happy medium? That type of tone. So I don't mind, writing that on my own behalf. And I did just want to say what I was talking about with the budget workshops. It wasn't meant to be a knock on staff. Staff did an incredible job and had some of the most informative presentations I think I've ever seen out of the county, and so that was not meant for that. But with all due respect, we are, here to speak on behalf of our constituents, and the people outside this building are supposed to be the ones that are, that we're here to represent. And so while we want to work with staff and, collaborate, I think that it's important to have all of those voices involved in the process.
Yeah, I didn't take it as anything other than that, Commissioner. I think some of the morals taken from the 4 workshops that we did, it was a lot of information over 4 separate meetings, and to leave us some time at the end in the future. I think if we just had an agenda that just says for the last 45 minutes or something, we have sort of a wrap-up commission discussion. I think it's as easy as that. I don't think it's any harder than that. Okay, I think we're done. Thank you, everybody, very much. Be safe. Thank you.
The opinions expressed by any member of the public during any period of public comment do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of the Board of County Commissioners of Brevard County, Florida, Space Coast Government Television, or the program sponsor, and are solely those of the presenter. The Board of County Commissioners of Brevard County, Florida, Space Coast Government Television, and the program sponsor hereby expressly disclaim any and all responsibility or liability for any defamatory or slanderous statements expressed by any member of the public during any such period.